my mother said, "You know, I think I'm just about as happy living here as anywhere I've ever lived." And she's lived in some pretty nice places. So that was very comforting to us and such a wonderful thing to know that she's happy. And she felt so at home at Kindley, and she barely knew she had moved. We set her apartment up in a way that looked like the way her apartment at Asbury Fisher was. And it was just a really wonderful and transition for all of us and a big relief to me. So it was wonderful. Mom loved living here at Kindley. She loved her view from her apartment. She was on the first floor and overlooked the greenery, and when we'd go out and we'd go past the pond, she would say, "Oh, isn't this beautiful?" And she'd notice the change of seasons, and it is such a gorgeous, lush, beautifully maintained campus. It's just a pleasure to drive in here every time I visit. And I know it was important to Mom to be able to have that view and that opportunity to be with nature. Mom apparently did a lot more activities here than I knew about. Ann would tell me that, oh, she comes to everything. I go get her, or somebody goes to get her, and she comes out to the living room and participates. And I've been kind of shocked about that, because Mom either was keeping it secret or maybe forgot. But I know that she was busy and active. She particularly enjoyed the concerts. She was very happy to be able to get her hair done right here in the building. That was very important. And the staff would make sure that she remembered her appointment and got to it. That was a very important piece of living here for Mom. But she took part in most of the activities. I know that she loved, as I said, the concerts and some of the games, and I think she's even made some jewelry and did some things with flowers, things that I was a little surprised she was interested in, but apparently the camaraderie and the encouragement that she would get from the staff inspired her to fully participate. The staff was so caring and so supportive. They were friendly and warm. So many people knew my mother by name, especially during COVID. I couldn't have asked for better support for my mother. It was so important to me and so meaningful to know that she was so well cared for by people who knew her, understood what she needed, and was able to provide that, and to keep me informed. It was such a blessing for our family, and especially for me, who was the primary local family member, to experience that. I feel like we made friends here with the staff, and we got to know people, and there are so many people that have been here a really long time that even knew my parents from when they lived at Asbury Fisher 16 years ago. I was very surprised at that, to see how many people knew them, really knew them, and loved them and cared for them. It was wonderful.